Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha here. Butler is here because we are going to talk about this mission that we're on right now.
Yep.
And it's always best to talk about it on the air because that's how we're able to grift and steal free stuff. And we'll get to that. But quickly, our good friend Juan, who runs our Twitch channel. If you haven't tuned in and watched us live, you can just about every single day. And I'm doing my due diligence right now. I'm actually editing today's show and putting it out on YouTube. So you'll get to do the replay roughly 12 or so hours after we do the show if you can't watch us live on Twitch. But Juan is sick right now. And I emailed him earlier today. And he happens to be an outstanding chef. He's a great cook.
Yes.
And I said, if I cook as good as you do, I would bring you food because you're sick. Because he brings us a lot of food on Fridays for the Friday Free Show.
Yeah.
But then you guys were like, well, why don't you just find something good and bring it by his house? Well, number one, I don't want to go to his house because he has the flu. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I think he understands. You don't want to be around people when they're sick.
Yeah.
You just, knock on the door and run.
No.
Leave the food at the doorstep.
No. I just use the excuse of them being sick to get me out of even doing that.
Yeah.
And then you said, well, why don't you Uber Eats him something
Yeah.
delicious? And here's the problem with that. I don't know what to get him because he's a chef.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he considers good.
A case of Crystal Burger.
He does
the
say
suitcase?
he craves McDonald's when he's sick.
Okay.
So that's a thing.
I like McDonald's, man. It gets a bad rap, but I know that Butler's been known to hit it in the middle of the night when he's, I'll hit a McDonald's, man, hard.
Yeah.
I like McDonald's. I'm a fan. I'm pro McDonald's.
It's just junk food.
Yeah.
It's
What should I get, Juan? What should I order?
Black Rooster Taqueria.
Oh, too expensive. Very good,
Okay.
but man, those tacos are expensive. Like $8 for a tiny taco.
well, also with the flu,
La Granja.
you're
La
not.
Granja?
I mean, what kind of? You're limited to what you could eat with the flu.
I'm never
You don't
like
want
that.
to waste.
When I'm sick, I eat it whatever I want. Like I'm sick,
Not
I'm
the
like,
flu,
oh,
though.
full meat pizza.
Uber eats him Wawa chicken noodle soup.
I'm done with Wawa.
Well, it's not for you.
Doesn't matter. I'm not going to use I'm done with them until they figure out what they're going to do with the dual lines, one tobacco, one not. And if they're just going to let it be a free for all Mad Max style, into the
You
world.
Are petty.
It's not petty. It's a horror.
You're like, I'm not even going to Uber Eats my friend chicken noodle soup.
There's no system there. Well, why would I? I'm paying for the soup. I'm not going to put money in Wawa's pocket. That place is a hellhole. It's a free for all in there. It's do whatever you want in there. There's
Best
no
coffee.
rules.
Best coffee.
I
There's
love
no-
Wawa.
no.
I stand with Wawa.
No, and you have to make your own coffee. I don't make my own coffee. What am I, poor? I get somebody to pour it, scoop the stuff in it, stir it, and hand it to me through a window.
Okay, here's the topic. Since it's a short segment.
No, Rich in the Twitch chat room, the system is not stand in line. People butt because they open up a separate line, and then people, they'll just run to the front, and no Wawa employee will say anything because the system, their whole entire system of lines is broken. 7-Eleven, it doesn't happen. They'll go, I'll help the next guest, and then they make you adhere to a line. So don't give me that,
7-Eleven
Rich.
Stink.
Get out of my chat
Half
room.
the time,
funny.
7-Eleven, I got to run the store for them because they're out smoking a cigarette by the propane tanks.
That's okay.
All 7-Elevens smell funny.
No.
Oh, they
How
stink.
dare you?
Universally
How dare you?
stink.
It's weird.
I'm with
How
Daniel.
dare you?
It's like a cleaning agent they all use. It
Yeah.
stinks.
Agreed.
You guys think you're better with your fancy Wawas. I'm a standard old school 7-Eleven man.
Yeah.
In fact, if they had El Cheapo or if they had old Cumberland Farms, I'd be one of those guys. That was a good old day.
Cumberland Farms is coming back.
Cumberland Farm, you get a big coffee and you get a horribly graphic porno magazine all in one shot.
You know what? I'm gonna take it one step further. I'm a Sunoco man.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
There's one
I'm
left.
with Tom. I'm with Tom.
Those are all the outdated Snick Snacks.
Sunoco
No.
for life. You can take your Wawa, which is an Indian word that means big bird or something like that. And
Shelves are dusty.
You can just poke it right in there.
You want some dusty cat food? Sunoco. They go, why are you selling that?
They sell Lucy's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Rich is arguing with me. He's like, you might have to wait 2 more minutes. It's not about the waiting. I don't mind waiting for anything. I'm a patient person. What the problem is that Wawa gives no F's about even having any order within that place. They have a microphone they're supposed to use for the orders. They don't even do that. They just set them up there. They don't even say the blanket number.
So
No structure. None.
why'd you get him started, Rich? You knew this was gonna happen. So okay, tell me this. So
Is this about the fish tank?
no.
Oh.
But we'll
Because I brought Butler in here. I mean, he could be in the other room listening to his mumble rap. But I brought him.
Now he's listening to a dog doing death metal screams. I don't know what was going on in there.
He's over there having a
Stony baloney.
YouTube Thursday over there.
It's a
bud.
good day.
so if Butler could help me with this. I'm thinking about finally becoming an adult and,
yes,
and
yes.
getting a coffee machine. Because
okay.
I've never.
First step is they're not called coffee machines.
Oh,
It's
okay.
coffee maker.
Oh, okay.
Traditional. It's known as a coffee maker.
Okay, I think I want to get a coffee
Give me
maker.
one of them there coffee TVs.
because in the morning I crave caffeine. Because
yes.
I usually get up. I'm in charge of making the boys breakfast and then doing their lunch for school.
Their breakfasts are too extravagant.
They
you
are,
gotta
yeah.
dial that back.
I
I mean,
can't-
every day it's like getting a farmer's omelet at IHOP. Nah,
I,
no. You know what
scrambled
Maisie
eggs with
gets?
cheese.
You know what Maisie gets when I'm in charge of it?
Yeah, no.
What do you want? You want yogurt? You want some pickles? I got some ketchup here. You know, what do you want?
Pancakes?
No.
Buttered pancakes with syrup.
Oh, come on.
Scrambled eggs and cheese.
That's a full man
And-
breakfast.
Yeah, he makes them Uncle
giving a
Herschel's
grand
favorite.
slam.
Yeah. It's Uncle Herschel's favorite from Cracker Barrel.
It is
They
absurd.
don't need
How
that.
big are the pancakes
It's
here?
absurd.
Oh, they're as big as the ones
No.
that you get at Peach Valley Cafe. It's as
They-
big as your head.
They either get 2 mediums or 5 minis.
But
they
are
eat
they
it all?
pre-made or do you make them with the batter?
No, the pre-made. They're microwave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not making them batter. No.
All right.
You know, I
Picture you like.
pictured you in the
No.
You got a tiny white paper hat on.
I'm always-
Adam and Eve on a raft.
No,
Rack
no,
'em.
no.
Welcome to Waffle House.
I never do that. That's
Have a
too
seat.
much.
There'll be a table. You can sit at the counter. Couple seats at the counter.
Anyway, while I'm doing that, I've often I'll get a Diet Coke and I'm drinking that and I'm like, oh God, I'm like, I need the caffeine just to wake
Yeah,
me up.
yeah.
Like I need to get going.
But I do like it cold because warm coffee, man, that takes
yeah.
some getting used to.
I think I've pinpointed the rumbles. Your stomach rumbles. I think it starts with you downing a Diet Coke early in the morning, and that's what kicks off your
Oh,
Well,
that's
it
what
started
lights the
rumbling
fuse for
one
sweet
time.
beans. I'm doing the song today, by the way.
It was the
Okay.
Matooks that started to rumble. Yeah.
You gotta lay off the Matooks.
That mixed. I've started taking fiber
Oh,
gummies.
That's
oh,
what
you know
it
what?
is.
Oh, you know what that means? He's taking fiber gummies because his Fisher's back.
You
got your Fisher?
Okay. Well, hold on.
Oh no!
I
Extreme constipation, extreme diarrhea. You need to be in the center.
when I went camping in Fort Wilderness. I bought a pack of old Little Smokies
Oh.
and I ate the whole thing.
Whoa.
Were you hiding in a urinal or
No.
not in a urinal?
Wait.
In a stall eating them?
How did you cook them?
He done
I had,
cook 'em.
I had a flat electric griddle,
And you just put them in a bowl and ate them?
and every morning
Yeah.
I'd
He
wake
eats them
up.
like popcorn.
This is, by the way, this is you can tell I'm past old man.
We knew
I
that.
enjoyed it, so I wake up in the morning two
Edibles
I get high.
and a pack
Yeah.
of sausages.
Yeah.
I get high. I walk out of the RV.
Hey, it's legal. You can talk about it.
Yeah.
You got a medical
Took your
marijuana
medicine.
recommendation.
Yeah. I had my back.
My back hurts. I need to get high and eat my sausage.
Lighter than Chong out there, flat girdle. I'm cooking fried eggs and Little Smokies.
You don't even need to cook them, by the way.
And I'm eating the Little Smokies. and the last day,
Little
I
pip pops.
had half a pack of Little Smokies, and no one else is gonna eat them. I didn't want to take them back because like
Tommy, he's a hot dog boy.
if you put half a pack of Little
Slip 'em a
Smokies
couple.
back in the cooler, it's the juice spills out.
You
Then
gotta put
mix-
them in your sub safe. Everybody knows
I know.
that.
I didn't bring my substance. Anyway,
put 'em in-
Oh,
just put
camp
'em-
fail.
So I-
put them in your pocket, and before you eat them, wash the lint off.
I cooked the
what I would
whole
do.
half pack,
Pocket Smokies.
and then
Yeah, pocket smokies is good.
and then the wizard came by. I'm like, hey, have some Little Smokies, and he didn't eat them. And then my whole family doesn't eat.
Well, they're
meat.
not good for you, but they do taste
Yeah.
good.
So I ate half a pack,
Regular ones are cheddar smokies. Have you
I-
seen cheddar smokies?
and
You got stopped up.
and it ripped my butthole. We're gonna have to cut that out
Well, that was a scientific term.
because too much protein.
Yeah.
and I had no smoothies.
protein makes my butt scream.
I didn't go to.
What?
I didn't get my morning smoothie, so I didn't have my normal fiber. And then, so now I have to take fiber because it was bad.
Yeah, it was like,
I have to take fiber gummies because my little smokies ripped my BH.
it was like Ace Ventura coming out of a rhino.
Oh my god.
Made of Little Smokies. It's amazing how
This is a swervy
Like
tune.
sometimes I yell to my wife. I'm like,
it's it was bad. It was real bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
do your kids like to open the door when you're having a moment?
Oh yeah.
You
They'll
gotta
try.
lock the doors, man.
I
No,
lock the-
it's broken. The lock. It's a pocket door.
Yeah,
you know, because
yeah.
look, I know my toilet is
Or by
by
the kitchen?
itself. No.
Oh.
I don't. I try not to do that. Andrew's the one that does that. I'm like, fan, I'm frying fish over here. You know, like, what are you doing? I can hear it. And then I'll be in the slide in the pocket door and it doesn't lock. And then Maisie will pull it back. But I'll usually, like, her timing is impeccable to the point where I'm doing something. So I have to go, like, can you close that? You got to close that. You know what I mean? Because I'm in the middle of it. Yeah.
yeah. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
No.
They're like, they're like, Daddy, I wrote a number 8.
They don't
I'm like,
even-
I don't give a damn what you wrote.
They don't even like stop and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize." They just walk in and say, talking to you in
I
your
can't
eyes,
find my socks.
as if you were
Well,
just sitting in your office or just standing in the
Completely comfortable. Completely comfortable.
Like, my God,
Eating a granola bar.
just have a
She's
little
eating
cooch.
a Quaker, oats granola bar, and I'm like, shut the door. Daddy's in
Yeah.
here doing despicable things.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're out of time. We're
Yeah.
gonna take a break. We'll be back with more corporate time.
All right. Thank you.
How many people drink? Is it just you drinking coffee
Yeah.
in your house?
Yeah.
I would almost recommend maybe just getting a French press or something because you don't want to brew a whole pot just for
No.
yourself.
I just want one cup. I can
Yeah,
get a Keurig, but
Yeah, well, you get a lot of waste with Keurig. You know, unless you're using refillable cups, you can get those too.
So yeah, I did that. I got a regular coffee maker because I'm like, there's too much waste with the Keurig. And then I was making, it was just, it's a hassle. The Keurig is the way to go. And yeah, there's a lot of waste. But you pop the thing in there, you get one cup. And if you just want one cup, that's the way to go.
Yeah,
'Cause
okay, yeah.
You got to think of it from the point of view of like, you're only going to have one cup. So the amount of waste you're going to have is minimal. If you drink like 9 cups of coffee a day, then yes, you're a waste machine.
what about an espresso machine? Because that's a small amount of coffee.
Well, it's like concentrated, so it's like equivalent. You would just have one of your rice grains.
It's not an espresso.
The what?
It's like equivalent you have in like a rice, one of your rice grain, THC rice grains,
Oh,
compared
okay.
to like
Yeah.
it's super
That's what I-
concentrated.
that's what I want.
Really bitter though. So I mean, and I don't know if you'd enjoy that though.
No,
if you're
my-
not a regular coffee drinker, I don't know if you drinking espresso is going to be right up your alley.
Well, I just want the caffeine. It's kind of like,
Well,
They have
Well, then
caffeine pills.
Then why don't you just get caffeine pills and just take 2 of those in the morning? You take pills for everything.
yeah,
I know. I
You're,
love
you're the
pills.
pill man.
You're a pill man.
Someone call me a pillhead.
That's good. Write
But,
that down. That's
I-
what we should call our listeners. You know, like the Grateful Dead has deadheads. We should call people that listen to Tom and Dan pill heads. Like, why do you call them that? Because they love Oxycontin.
They're like, okay. So it's the exact reason I thought.
That's a funny bit.
Write that down.
We've never written anything down.
I can't write.
Samantha now has though.
Oh, I made the mistake of digging through one of her journals that she writes everything in there. Oh man, it's like day 65. There's still pieces of shit. Uh-oh, were you leaving, buddy? I thought we were still doing the show. I thought he was going to shit.
Those little smokies are coming.
Yeah, he put his headphones down like, I got to shit. Oh, my God.
We were sitting there, and right next to him, his stomach was like.
That's the fiber for sure.
Why did Juan actually change his name to Tuna Daddy?
I don't know.
Because I said I was going to take a poll. I said, but I wanted him to change it to Big Tuna from The Office because he hates Andy Bernard.
Tuna Daddy.
I wasn't too happy with Andy Bernard too, but I was happy that when they did a pivot on his character. They kind of changed.
Norm used his orbs to change Tuna Daddy's name.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
You can do that if you have enough.
Apparently.
You can change people's names to whatever you
It's
want.
a user points reward.
What?
Wow.
Wait, so you can change anybody's name? This is dangerous.
Yeah, that is dangerous.
Well, I'm sure there's
Because you
certain
can lose
things
your names if people can take it right away. So if someone took your name after the
Yeah.
fact, then you're like, man, I had this name from the beginning.
There's
and now-"
only a few names you can go to.
I mean, I think people use them.
No, you have to agree to it. It doesn't happen automatically.
Well, you're a good sport to agree to it, but I wouldn't have done that. I'd say, go fuck yourself, Norm. I'm not changing my name.
What would you guys rename Dan?
Butthole.
In a Twitch chat.
Billy Butthole.
Baby, my baby.
Nope. Going back for round 2.
Oh.
Forgot to wipe.
Up, still peeing. Still peeing. Still peeing. Hold on. I better cinch up these short bottoms. It's coming out. I do that. I'm like, flush, wash hands, splash water in my face, hat on, buckle, pants up, zip.
My fucking
Then
brother.
fill my pants full of piss.
My older brother stayed with me last night, and he fucking pissed all over the floor like that World War II veteran did. I went to the bathroom, I was like vacuuming her up because I had some dead ants in the bathroom. So I got the dead ants,
God.
and there was like piss all over. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, what the fuck you do? He's like, what? I was like, you pissed all over my fucking bathroom. Why'd you do that? He's like, you do this all the time.
Caesar's getting old, and like sometimes, if we take him out in the morning, sometimes he won't pee, like conditions have to be like impeccable for him to pee, and he won't pee, and then I'll come home, but his pee, because he's an older dog, is like a little brown, it's getting darker from death, and I'm like, what is fucking Matt Morbid in here, like our Morgan? It's Morgan, right? He pee-peed everywhere. We're not supposed to talk about it? What? Everybody.
They're listening.
Somebody spilled Diet Coke everywhere.
Tobacco spit.
If I peed brown, I'd be scared. Right? I'd be like, whoa, what's
happening? You start chugging water, right?
Yeah.
And then when it pees clear again, you're like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah. It flushed it out.
It's just an anomaly.
You have no idea how your organs work.
All right. Fish cam. Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan.
So let's talk fish.
Okay.
All right. We're close.
Yeah. We've pivoted.
Ladies and gentlemen.
A couple of weeks ago, you may have known we were going to do, we started doing Bird Wednesday, and it burned really hot for like maybe 1 week, 1.5.
Yeah. I'm working on a bird.
First week, we were really interested. Second week, we were half interested. Third week, not good. Canceled.
Yeah.
But we are going to bring it back.
Yeah. But then we need birds in studio.
Yeah. It's got to be live birds. If you have an animal, an exotic animal, sugar glider, if you have
anything,
any kind of pet, you have a rabid pit bull that mauls children's faces, any of that, bring it in.
Yeah.
And we'll interview you about being, and it's going to be called Amazing Animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
We'll make some name. I'll make an intro, put some echo, the thing, But we want to do, and this is an idea that I think you came up with, like 2 years ago. When we first started dabbling with our cameras. We're live on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. You can watch the show live. You can watch replays of the show, and also those videos are updated to or uploaded rather to YouTube, so you can watch the shows. So you had this idea of a fish cam. So when we're not live and we're like eating lunch or like in a meeting, in a break, where we can leave the cameras on for the full workday and run a fish cam.
Yeah. And
I'm guessing a fish tank. We'll put the camera in the tank.
Yes.
So you get like something other than just us, milling around. You get to, watch these live animals.
You'll be basically watching from inside the tank, and the fish will be swimming around. So you'll see the fish, but you also, beyond the fish, you'll see the studio.
You'll see the silhouettes of our naked bodies.
What we do in the
dancing,
break.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we do a lot of nude dancing.
And so we already have some potential sponsors of Fish Cam that may even
one of them being McDonald's.
Yeah.
We're in a slight negotiation with them. There's a slight bidding war between them and, let's say, Wendy's.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And then our plan would be to go pick out the individual fish that represent our personalities to go into
Would
the
you
fish
be
tank.
a fish that hates everything?
You're
You're the pout pout fish.
Do you
have that book?
Yeah.
You're the pout pout fish.
Yeah. I have all the
Glub.
You have Pout Pout Christmas?
Oh, I got them all.
Oh,
I got all the pout pouts.
You sure?
How many pout pouts do you have?
Hold on.
How many
hold on,
llama baby mamas do you have?
Hold on. How many different stores did the Pout Pout fish go to for Pow Pow Christmas.
Oh, how many different stores?
Yeah.
12.
No, that's
Oh, I was guessing.
Yeah.
I don't have
calling
Pow
the
Pow
boy.
Christmas.
I knew that. You went to 3, sir.
I don't have
Three
Pow Pow
different
Christmas.
stores.
I'm a llama man myself. I have llama red pajama. I have llama baby mama. I have llama goes to school.
Don't know what is that.
Llama joins Space Force. I got them all.
No, I've never.
You never done the llama books?
No, don't know about that.
Okay. These guys
Anyway.
have no idea
No,
what we're talking about.
no, I think you guys are speaking another language.
Yeah. Moving on to fish cam.
Yeah. So then we'll go out and pick out a fish for like Seth Pizzelli. We'll have a Big Tim fish. We'll have a Remy fish. We'll have
So
Well,
everybody, and
we'll
then
have
we'll,
a
are we gonna-
Cadillac Pat 90s fish.
here's what we need. We need a guide.
Tiny Spuds McKinley.
We need a tiny guide that I can put up that goes in like will time in and out, like fade in and fade out like every 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
That it's a fish guide that will like kind of show you like which fish is which. You know, like if
Okay.
like if we have a clownfish in there, and let's say that's me. You know, then it'll have a picture of the clownfish and it'll say Dan. You know, or if you Pow Pow fish, it'd be a dash and then Tom, and that way you
What
you
kind
can.
of fish would I be? We gotta get our characters straight here. Blowfish?
Whoa! Oh, you beat us. I didn't even think of that. I was actually making noises and telling my brain to not be disrespectful. I'm like, make the noise, but don't think of anything.
I'm so uncreative. I just could make noise. I couldn't even think of a
The
joke.
whole time I try to think of something, but don't be rude.
Yeah.
But blowfish is good.
All right.
We could get a baby blowfish in there.
Yeah,
what do you
yeah.
want to be?
Ooh, Butler. What is Butler
What's the
gonna
what's
be?
the stoniest of all
The
fish?
stoniest, a stone
Little
fish.
eel.
Rock shrimp.
Rock shrimp.
Oh, yeah, a little tiny crab.
I could be a rock shrimp, maybe. You could be like a tiny stoned out crab.
my
Hermit crab.
my buddy in college, I think I told you about that. The wizard had a fish tank, and he had like, but it was a ghetto. Like
Dolphin.
He would actually catch fish and crabs and stuff from like,
Oh, God.
yeah, then put it in his fish tank. He wouldn't buy anything. So it was,
That's what hillbillies do.
yeah. So he had this one crab that that would basically it had 2 like claws. Then
yeah, most crabs do. Yeah,
then-
that's a standard.
then like a fish started messing with him, like bullying him, and then like and actually bit his one claw off. And
oh
then
my God.
he ran.
That's way worse than posting a picture of him at the gym on Twitter.
And then he ran behind like the skull, and then like a
The crab ran behind the skull to hide?
Yeah. And then like 2 weeks later, he emerged with one mambo claw.
Oh, he grew a new one.
Like, but he
Yeah,
grew
yeah.
a gigantic
He was
one.
in there like pumping iron.
And he's like, "What?" He's never seen that before. He's
Yeah.
like, he grew a mambo claw, and then he was like, and then he was the man, and he was chomping at the
oh,
at
so
the
he
fish.
used his mambo claw.
Yeah. But apparently, crabs can grow whatever size claws they want, which I never knew.
No,
I
I
think it's like an 80s montage going inside the skull, like, take it to the limit.
Yeah.
Samantha, look it
Yeah.
up. Look up. Can a crab grow his claw whatever size he
Well,
wants?
he doesn't will the size. I mean, it's
Well,
probably.
he started off with a small one,
yeah,
and
but it's
then
probably
grew.
a roll of the dice of what he gets, right? He's like, please be a big claw, please be a big claw.
Is that how it works?
I don't think he gets to go like I
it's
want
either
this
mambo
claw
or-
to be 3 inches big. You know, like I don't think he controls it.
I mean, like, why'd he grow one mambo?
Well, because he lost the other arm, so he's like, and all the nutrients went to that, and it probably just grew bigger. Kind of like when you wear a cast, you get like crazy
Yeah.
long
No,
arm hair.
I think he had
What kind of crab was it? Was it a fiddler crab?
I don't know. I have no
Because
idea.
they
It was
can
tiny.
regenerate their claws, but they say they normally grow back to just the original size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe he something happened.
Yeah,
Did the
maybe.
wizard
That-
drop any,
I don't know. It was
any
a-
uranium in there or anything?
Oh,
or-
it says same thing with fiddler crabs. They're sexually dimorphic, so the males have one large and one small front claw, while the females have 2 small claws. So
he
they do
changed.
have one mambo claw.
So he
for a
had
male.
2 regular claws. He went into the skull. He's like, I don't identify as a girl anymore.
They literally changed it to a male
I was
and drew,
Sally the crab. Now I'm Sam the crab.
and grew a mambo
And he grew a mambo.
for fighting.
Yeah.
See, that's what it, like.
But he can't compete in any of the female crab events anymore because it's just not fair.
Okay, how many of you guys have fantasized about having a fish tank? Because I have my entire
No.
life. When I was
I had a fish tank as a kid.
Me
but
too.
I was
I
never.
think every Florida boy had.
But was your saltwater? I wasn't
No.
allowed to have saltwater.
No, it was
yeah,
fresh.
see?
Yeah.
Yes, mine was just filled with like neons. and,
Mine just we
goldfish
had
and stuff.
goldfish. We had anything that was freshwater that you could buy.
Tetras,
I think
yeah.
I even had those fish at Walmart that they probably like were inject them, make them neon.
Yeah.
Like make them light up.
Yeah.
Put a battery inside of them. They don't care.
But I've always wanted a fish tank at my house to like just look at and then get like in my fantasy, like I go to the fish store and I get like a new fish, I bring it home.
I used to do
acclimate
that
it.
with my dad.
But like if you go saltwater, you can get some weird like there's a variety. Freshwater, you're kind of stuck with the staples,
Big fat
Goldfish.
ugly fish.
yeah, like goldfish, brown fish, some sucker fish, some
Yeah, yeah.
freshwater
A
crab,
bunch of turd fish.
I vote that Butler is a cookie cutter shark.
No, what is?
That's an
that
actual
means-
thing.
That means he's basic as hell.
No, he
Right.
likes cookies.
Is it?
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there.
Sounds pretty vicious.
Are we
I think
going to
I
get a
know
little
exactly what
shark
this
in
is.
there?
We could, I guess. Just depends on who we.
How about some jellyfish? Can we get the jellyfish?
I don't think you could put jellyfish they'll they'll swim into the tentacles.
I want a starfish.
No, we can get a starfish.
Whatever.
Brown.
Who started that? Who looked at that and was like, "That's a starfish"?
That's not a starfish.
It doesn't look like a starfish to me.
Now the knot, I understand.
What, balloon knot?
Yeah.
That's I thought that's your belly button.
No.
What's your belly button?
Whoa.
The belly buttons are weird.
Your BB and your BH look awfully similar.
Yeah.
Both balloon
Don't
nuts.
mistake them, though.
You know, okay, let me ask you this. So Tommy has a weirdo belly button.
Oh, no.
I
This
brought this
poor
up
kid.
before, dude.
This kid's got the worst of everything.
You brought this
Yeah,
up
yeah,
before.
yeah.
Don't talk about it.
And
He's
so
a nerd.
Is
They
it a
wear
big Audi?
glasses.
no, it's not an
No,
Audi,
you still
but
got that black thing that you come from the hospital with.
black
it
banana.
looks like an old cigar.
gross. It looks like a mummy finger.
Yeah.
But
That's the worst things about babies when they're first born. They get the mummy finger growing out of their
Yeah.
BB,
Yeah, they're all hairy.
And then when they go number 2 for the first couple of times, it's jet black motor oil.
Yeah,
It's called
yeah.
like marcomium or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
marchromium.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do you even put that in there?
and they're covered with dark hair. And they're
Butler's
gross.
done.
Yeah. They look like an oil monkey. It's insane.
But for whatever reason, Butler,
Butler, this is why we don't bring him in here.
Yeah, he can't hold his tongue. Anyway,
He can't hold the tongue. Perfectly said, sir. Butler, you shouldn't be in here. You can't pop a toe. Are you all right?
I'm
bud?
struggling.
He had a stroke.
I'm struggling. I'm still sick. All right. So he had it as I can't even talk.
He had a desire to be the greatest ice skater of all time.
You all right, bud?
No, I'm not all right.
Oh, drink your sparkling water, baby.
Hold on. Give me a goddamn break.
By the way, during our lunch break, I did, because Tom's got his settings on his phone, the volume is sky high.
Oh, yeah, like an old
so
man.
I could hear the conversation between him and his wife, and it is insane.
I always wonder if you guys can hear that.
I can hear that one.
What
I
happened?
started laughing.
What happened
She
this
was
time?
accusing him of future cheating, which was weird. I've never heard of future cheating.
She
What, you cheated in like 2031 or something?
No.
Like what?
She's mad at him today for
I-
him cheating in the future with.
no, she just
She's
thinks,
mad
Somebody.
about who you're going to cheat with?
No, she just she
Jake from State Farm.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah,
What did you do that made her think that?
I go
she
get
went
a,
into detail.
I get a smoothie. But she's nuts. I told you. And I think she's messing with me too. Like she don't really think this, or at least I don't think.
Well,
she
why
does.
would
likes
you
the
waste
fact
your
that-
time saying it?
She likes the fact that you're married because she knows you could be committed. I'm like, what is happening over
She's
there?
making up
And
a scenario.
Tom, by the way, just going,
Because it's stupid. It's like someone
He's going
telling.
along with the scenarios.
No. It's like someone telling me their dreams. Daniel knows. I'm like, I can't even take it seriously.
Well, my dreams aren't even this crazy.
Yeah, but it's just nonsense. So she's telling me she's
It
like,
went on for a while.
she like because of this smoothie girl.
Well, I thought you had a smoothie boy.
No, it's a girl now.
Well, because at my new place, I don't go to the place near here. I go to the place anyway.
Yeah. I go to the further one away. That makes sense.
So it's the one on the
Don't want to
way
get
here.
caught with your smoothie girl.
But
you got to move out.
and I tell her, I'm like, nobody's.
She means nothing to me. I'll just go there for her raspberries.
My wife's like, oh, I'm like, she may want you for your monies, and because she knows.
Oh yeah,
you can come
because
in.
when you pull up in your in your Trump truck with dents all in it, yeah, that's impressive.
Like, you know how much a
What is that?
Trump truck costs?
What is that? A 2018 no features whatsoever, dented up gray boat pulling truck? Wow, this guy's loaded.
I told her, I was like, and Samantha, tell me if this is the right theory. But by the way, I'm virtually certain she's joking with me, but
there's that 1% in the back of your head.
Oh yeah. So the like young girls in their like let's say 20 to 25, in that range. I don't
you
think
got a young smoothie girl.
Well, I don't think those girls are interested in guys like older men with money.
Daddy issues. That's
Is
what
that
I'm
what
gonna
it
say.
is? Because I thought it was because at that age
A lot of most females I know typically are attracted to older men. Not
Okay.
necessarily extremely older, but just older than them. So you're
But even in-
you're in your late 30s now, but you look young. So
Yeah.
she might not know you're that old.
I don't know. Today he doesn't look that young. Today you
No.
look the oldest you've looked.
it's been a rough week.
Yeah,
You know,
I can tell.
I'm struggling a little bit. I'm
Everything's a
disheveled.
little
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
place,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, because my whole family's sick now, including my wife. I
Oh,
think,
maybe she's like hallucinating right now.
yeah, she was like she.
That Dayquil will make you crazy, man.
But
Now, how did and you can stop me if you don't want to talk about this, but how did she even find out about the smoothie
Right,
girl?
exactly.
Like my
we
wife.
go to the same smoothie place every day.
Oh, your wife goes with you.
Yes. Well,
Oh.
no, she doesn't go with me. We go, and this is part of her other theory.
Okay, here we go.
Because
This is where it gets
Has
crazy.
my husband
crazy.
been here? Yeah.
He was just here. Did he get his usual, the chocolate chip?
Chocolate
With
chip.
the Energizer blaster in it. What did he get? You tell me, what did he get? Jetty Punch? Did he get a Jetty Punch with a fat burner in it?
So when I started taking,
I'll rip your weave out.
when
That's me as your wife.
So when I started at the beginning of Tommy's school year, when he started going to kindergarten, taking both boys to school.
Right, I remember.
So back in whenever the hell, August, I guess. So for the first couple months, and when my wife was real busy with work, I'd take him to school. So I'd drop Tommy off. Elementary school starts at 8:30.
Yeah, it's early.
And then preschool starts at 9. So there's a half an hour difference. So me and Max and Tommy, we'd load up in the car. I'd take Tommy to drop him off at school, and then we'd have a half an hour to kill between Tommy's school and dropping Max off.
Yeah.
So we'd stop by the smoothie store
So after the big, what is it, Uncle Herschel's breakfast, you then take him to go get a smoothie?
yeah.
Holy moly.
My God,
Yeah,
he might need
What
some
do you-
fiber pills.
You better ease up. What do you want, an EJ on your hands?
He doesn't.
I'm just saying.
He only takes 2 sips of it. It's a complete waste of money. So, but I stop by, and I get my normal peanut butter power up.
Chocolate
Yeah,
chip,
baby.
peanut butter, give me
Yeah,
a chocolate
baby.
Elvis, 2 fat burners, an Energizer.
This is how I lost
put
weight.
a multivitamin. In
No banana, substitute leafy greens.
Oh, that's the sweet beans.
Oh, that's
Sweet
what-
greens.
Sweet greens. Sweet beans.
Add vitamin plus.
A vitamin blast. That's never mind.
Can you put a vitamin blast in my sweet greens, please, Sally? If my wife comes by, I'll tell her I haven't been here. What are you clowning, Molly?
So anyway, so
This
then
sounds disgusting, by the way.
it was me and Max's
But it
little
works for
ritual.
him because he's dropped 30, 35 pounds, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's working.
and so that's what I literally eat every
Definitely
day for
not the,
breakfast.
I still want to know how the...
So how does your wife get to the smoothie
Okay,
place now?
so anyway,
Don't
so,
suggest. Oh, you should definitely go to my. You're trying to get healthy. You should definitely go eat a smoothie.
Is she
with
harassing
with
the
the
smoothie gal?
girl
No.
I'm cheating on you with? What?
So then Max would get a kid-sized Captain Kid.
Captain Kid. Yeah.
Yeah. So then at the beginning of the year, 2020, that's when like my wife slowed down a bit, and she's like, well, I'll take the kids so you can go to work earlier, because after I drop off Max at 9, I get here like 9:30, 40, whatever. So she's been taking the kids to school, and that's been the new routine. But Max he's used to his morning smoothie, right?
He wants his 2 sips of Captain Kidd.
Yeah. And we can't tell our kids no.
All right.
Especially when it's like, whatever. It like we look at it like, what, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
So
You don't need to justify it.
Yeah, okay.
It's fine.
I know, whatever.
We're not judging you.
That's bad. You judge me. It's fine.
No, I'm not. I'm not judging you.
But
I'll
judge
you later tonight when I recap this with my wife. I'm not judging you now. Are you crazy? I'm not an animal. I don't judge you to your face. Gee, nobody does that. If you do that, you're a bad person.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you judge later.
So now when they leave the house, I
Sneak
wait.
out.
No, I wait like 15 minutes for the time her to get to drop Tommy off. Then I leave, and then we meet at the smoothie store now. And
So difficult.
And then so that I deliver Max his Captain Kidd, and then I go delivery,
man.
and then if they get there before me, they go delivery anyway. But so we show up in separate cars. So going back to my wife's crazy theory, she thinks that the smoothie girl thinks that we're like a separated couple.
Yeah, because now it kind of looks
Yeah,
like
it looks
that.
like you're trading the kid off in
Yeah.
the parking lot of the smoothie. Yeah.
You know what? She's not that crazy. She's
You know
not
what?
that crazy.
You heard the crazy
You know
one.
what's crazy?
Your wife was right the whole time.
Tom showing up to give. Here's a special delivery for my special boy. That's
Special
crazy.
delivery, trying to make up for the fact that I'm a bad dad.
Exactly. I'm with Crystal.
I don't love your wife. I don't love your mom enough, but I sure do love Sally, the smoothie girl.
And then sometimes on the weekends we go there. On the weekends I go there and I don't get the Captain Kidd. So it seems like
It's a week off.
And she always says like, "Do you want the Captain Kidd?" I'm like, "No, not today."
No, wife's got him this week.
So
Dude,
yeah,
I'm a Crystal
Yeah,
side
I'm
now.
on Crystal's side.
I didn't
too.
do anything.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, but this whole
Future
thing
cheating.
is whole
And
thing is
no,
overly complicated.
she's
You're
just an
driving 2
employee.
cars to the smoothie place. You should go when she
I
takes
told her, I was
Tommy.
like, nobody thinks no young girl thinks that I'm attractive, and then she's like, oh yeah, but now you lost some weight, and you got, and then I go,
He's
she
dripping
may-
in turquoise.
Just wear protection.
I'm like, she may be attracted to my body, but I got the face of an old man.
no, you don't.
And,
Just today.
but then I'm like, this is ridiculous. So anyway, so now that's her theory.
Everybody wants us to either call Crystal or maybe they want us to call the smoothie girl.
No, and she's also she's.
Planet Smoothie Castleberry.
I don't. No. Now I can't.
This is Gertrude
No,
talking.
because I don't want. This is how the things get crossed.
You gotta mix 'em, yeah.
No. This is
Always mix
This
'em.
is how I end up at UCF or Rollins College giving a speech to a class. Like you start mixing the worlds, and then it crumbles.
Well, you're not going to go speak in front of her class. I mean, you've done enough small talk to know exactly what she does.
No,
now, right?
no. I don't do any small talk. It's
But your
literally
wife obviously does.
It's the same transaction every time. In fact, when I enter
But
in
you
my
used to chit chat with your smoothie boy.
Yeah,
so
Dante.
You don't chit chat with the smoothie girl.
well, no, because Dante was talking about. He emailed me, by the way.
There'll never be another Dante.
No.
I think he's out of Rollins because he's into real estate now.
Got
Bad
kicked
time.
out, bro. Something about having a bad presentation.
Failed that class.
I may have.
Oh,
This
man.
happens every
You
once
signed
in a
my
while.
death warrant to Rollins, you idiot.
I get involved in people's lives and it goes downhill.
Oh,
Their
yeah.
lives go downhill.
Enjoy the poop I put in your peanut butter power.
Power up, sir. Thank you.
Oh, it's the peanut butter power up.
So, nobody.
So you don't chit chat with the
Add some
with the
leafy
smoothie
greens.
girl.
No,
With a
I
vitamin
don't.
blast.
Because I don't have anything in common with a 20-year-old girl. I had nothing to talk to her about whatsoever. Dante knew about sports, so we talk about betting.
You don't know? She may know sports.
No, I don't. Me and young girls don't have nothing in common. I cannot hold a conversation with a young girl.
Well, I know.
because they're into nothing I'm into. I imagine.
Sam, can you get some young girls in here to test this theory? I feel
How
like
young are we talking?
Yeah,
like 18 to 25.
Maybe.
Also, no, like I don't get hit on. I don't get girls that hit
You're
on
also
me.
oblivious, though. So you might actually be getting hit on and not know it.
I don't think so. I because I'd like to imagine that like girls would be like, oh, I like this guy.
See, it
but,
works differently
I know
for me
some
because I like
PDM ladies
like
that
Travis-
think you're
yeah,
attractive.
I do too. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
they don't hit on me.
I like to let
Well, they
my
know
wife
you're married.
If I
They're
get
not
hit
a-holes.
on,
That's
I've-
what I'm saying.
I've been hit on before, and I like to look at my wife and be like, she wants it. Like I like to
Power move.
Yeah, I like to.
No, I tell her that. Yeah,
I'm
Well,
like, still got it.
yeah.
I like that.
I believe me. I want to tell my wife like, hey, I got hit on all day. Girls
Making
don't
out
like
with a
me.
smoothie girl.
Because maybe she'll step up her game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But no, that doesn't happen.
You would like to think in a perfect world that you flirt with a smoothie girl, tell your wife that the smoothie girl is
Into
is a
you.
little sweet on you,
Yeah.
and then you come home that night and maybe she comes out of the bathroom wearing a wig.
No, but,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's the opposite.
It
Full
doesn't.
Crystal
smoothies.
gets mad. They haven't even flirted yet.
No
Yeah.
flirting.
Why don't you make your own smoothies at the house?
Yeah.
You save the money. The delivery of the Captain Kid is easier. Or why don't you take one car? Or why don't you let her go to take Tommy? Don't wait. Leave at the same time. Go to the smoothie place, get all the smoothies, and bring them back, and then deliver them at the house. Then you don't have to have the awkwardness.
There's no awkwardness with my wife. I'm having a normal transaction.
Well, because she's going to the smoothie place, she sees the woman you're cheating on her with.
Yeah.
No. It's she's the crazy one, and I'm gonna stick to my routine. It's been working fine, and I don't want this nonsense.
Is this
to
when you
appear.
become a big fan?
Yeah.
You can't-
As soon as I stop that, huge.
My
Murphy.
point of bringing this phone call up was because Tom was yelling, "Give me a break." In which I was saying, even on our lunch breaks, Tom doesn't get a break because
yeah.
he's getting yelled
I
at
like-
by his wife for future cheating.
I like
No,
how he's
I
like,
ignore it.
oh, it's lunch. And they, hello? You just
Yeah.
getting like yelled at.
That's exactly how it happened.
She's been doing that for years, and then I was just sitting there listening to
You
her,
just zone it out.
listening to her drive. Like, what are we doing?
Are
here?
you in a car? I'm in a car. Are you in a car? I'm in a car.
And then I hear like, "Hey, daddy." What did he say? That's a whole.
He said, hey.
Oh God.
Hi, Max. It's Dia.
Hi, Dada.
Hi, Max.
Hey, Dada.
My work. What did he say?
He said he's at work.
Okay. Why are you even having the conversation?
It is pointless.
No, but why?
My life.
Why?
I don't know, I
You
can't-
have more pointless phone calls than anybody I've ever met.
know.
in my
Call
life.
just a call. Don't have anything
Yeah.
to say.
It's like
Because I
it's like-
can't-
It's like when Crystal
can't
gets
say,
in the
like, I
car.
gotta go. She's like,
She starts
"Oh."
driving. She's like, "This is boring. I want to call my husband and yell at him."
I think it's like I'm a little unhappy. I need him to be unhappy too.
I do that to him.
Maybe
I'm like, this day sucks. I'm gonna call her and yell at her. I do that.
maybe
It's not
Yeah, you
fair.
guys are bad people.
I 100%
I'm
do
not
that.
minding my business. I'm sitting here trying to gag down some Matook rolls that
You couldn't even finish them.
Yeah, there's,
obviously
one, there's
hurting
a
me.
whole pin roll left.
My stomach started making sounds that were real bad, like real bad.
She put something extra in that peanut butter blast.
Oh my God. Well, all right, we'll take a break. We did a lot of bad there. That's really bad. When we come back, we'll finish out the show. You're listening to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. Oh my God, that's funny, dude. All right. Oh yeah, I admit
That would drive me insane, by the way.
I admittedly do that to Andrew, and it's bad. I shouldn't do it.
I'm gonna pee really
I
quick.
have a bad day. She'll call me, and I'll be like, "What the fuck do you want?" Why do you do that? Why you've heard me do it?
I know.
Why the fuck do you do that? It's just I'm just like, oh yeah, my mind's on fire. I want you to be on fire. You're right. You are right.
Oh no, that's bad.
Oh, that's a fucking funny show. I'm glad you guys like that. I'm gonna pull that one too, dude, for video. It's funny.
Yeah.
They're funny segments. I also figured out how. See, I have to do this while I'm doing the other thing. So like this is rendering the entire time that I'm recording. If I don't do that, if I do it all at the same time, it takes like triple the amount of time to render these video files. Not that you guys care about that, but I figured it out. Because I can render in the background. If I do it all at one time, it crashes the system.
Dude, my stomach is. I wonder if I can capture it.
You okay, buddy? Do you, I have.
No, it doesn't hurt.
No, but do you want an Alka-Seltzer or calm it down?
It's just making some crazy sounds. I think it's fine.
Yeah. If you don't want a stomach ache later or diarrhea or something, there's Alka-Seltzer in there.
Oh, I want diarrhea.
I enjoy diarrhea.
People complain about it.
People think I'm kidding when I say
Better.
that. I'm totally not kidding. I wish that
Worst is too hard of doo-doos. Like
Yeah.
people should be like, my doo-doo's really hard today. I'd be like, oh, that's
like the
that-
Death
that's
Valley
painful.
crackly doo-doos. Yeah,
Yeah.
like if you called into work, like, hello, Foot Locker. Yeah, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it today. I got some really stone rock hard doo-doos.
Yeah,
Okay, that's...
What
hey.
if you ripped your BH like Tom? Then you have an injury.
Well, that's just because sometimes you hold it. As a kid, I used to hold my poops. I'd hide behind furniture and hold my poops. And then my mom would be, Dan Lee, where are you? And I'd be like, Dan Lee, are you behind the couch? What are you doing over there? Nothing.
When I was a kid, I got
Oh, boy, wait.
Wait for it.
Can you say this without being vulgar?
Yeah, don't curse
well, man,
again.
I just got super constipated once when I was in high school, and I had to like take medicine. Like I thought I was having like some sort of like appendicitis or something like that, and I went to the doctor, and he's like, "You're full of shit. Like literally, you're full of a
that happened to my dog.
full intestine." And, like, and I
I
take
had
this
to give
medicine.
him 2 enemas. I
I
mean,
did-
I didn't.
I
but-
dated a girl that her kid would hold his poops.
Uh,
A lot of kids, very common.
yeah.
I used to only poop at my house.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I would leave school
it's
to go
a,
home and
it's
poop.
a thing. And I dated this girl, and her kid would hold his poop. So when he finally would poop, it was almost like you had to get him to the bathroom like fast, and it would be a mountain, like a hoarder mountain of poop, because it's like 9 weeks of poop or something in
Oh my
there.
God.
You know, like not 9 weeks, but it's like 2 full weeks of shit.
Breaking toilets, right?
And I'd have to wipe his butt and everything, and
Wait,
the
this
only
explains
thing
a lot.
holding it together was
Oh.
big old titties and blowjobs. I'm like, the only reason
You
I'm
were
doing
wiping
this.
the butt? That's weird.
Yeah, he didn't know how to wipe his butt. He was little.
Yeah.
Who
No, I
is
know,
this?
but I'm
Is
saying
this your
about
friend?
the mom. It was weird that the boyfriend
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
wipes the
it
kid's
was-
butt.
it was weird.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, it was very weird.
Like-
And I would always have him shit in a changing room, not a bathroom.
because
Is that wrong? No. I like saying.
Wait,
the-
so we're realizing something here about Butler. He said he was constipated to the fact that he had to go to the doctor and take medication for it, and to this day he's broken 20 toilets.
Yeah.
So he's still
Yeah.
got
Still the
massive
funniest,
doo-doos.
the
Yeah.
funniest story, and Tom will agree. And I know we're not recording the segment yet because I'm dragging my feet, but was on that cruise we went on, and that black guy that was with our group got sick or something, and he shit.
The hallway,
We
right?
got
No,
blacked out
in his,
drunk.
he got blacked out drunk, and he shit everywhere in his room. And he would take the shit, he was rubbing it
Yeah.
on the wall.
He smeared
And
it.
he painted
He painted his whole bathroom.
his whole
the cruise
bathroom was
with
just
shit.
that's a
his own
special
shit.
kind of drunk when you like
That wasn't a Tom and Dan cruise, was it?
No,
we don't do that. It's a monsters cruise. I
Yeah,
think.
but yeah, that was weird because I don't know why. Even at your most blacked out drunk,
Justin
why
Cook
are you
knows that guy.
why are you painting the bathroom with shit?
He's a friend of Justin Cook.
I think he gets embarrassed when
Do
we
they
talk
hold
about
you
it.
in like some
Why?
sort of
You
holding
did it.
cell for doing that? Like if they come in to clean your room the next morning,
They
you,
have
you,
cruise
you
jail.
Picasso'd your room.
Well, no,
with
he
the
was
feces.
already off the boat.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when you do something like that, you realize that you're like, oh my god, what have I done? It's
gotta
like
get
you
off.
wake up the next day and you look you've turned your entire bedroom into a laboratory. You know, there's-
I think he claimed that he was just sick.
yeah.
You can get
Well,
away-
I've been sick a lot of times.
You can get away with a lot of things and be like, I'm sorry, I was
No,
sick.
that one I didn't buy. I was
No.
like, I remember hearing that. He's like, yeah, man, he got really sick, and then he decided just to paint all of his walls with his own turds. I'm like, nah,
People don't
not
do that.
sick. You're a fucking idiot, is what you are.
People want an update on Garage Cat.
Oh, we can talk about that.
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am. Dan, what are you laughing about?
This whole conversation in between the break.
What, the cruise conversation about that one?
Yeah.
Well, but why get embarrassed about it?
What, me?
No, the guy. Like, you did that.
Well,
You should be embarrassed that you tried to pass it off like you were sick. That's bull. That's bull.
Well, I think he's out of his mind.
Yeah, you're sick. You're an insane person. Sure, I'll take that.
I don't think I've been out of my mind before.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been blacked out drunk, but that was mainly just like your brain is like shutting down.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you're
like,
half
even
when
I got chicken pox at like age
Yeah.
32 or something, I had a fever of like 105,
Yeah.
and I could feel that entry level vibe of euphoria or hallucination,
yeah.
but I didn't hallucinate. I didn't see anything that wasn't real. I just could feel the loftiness of it. Everything was just a little off.
Yeah.
But I never felt like I wanted to take my own bathroom time and smear it on the wall. No, it's just if you do that and then you tell me later that you were sorry, you just had the flu, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm just not gonna buy it. I'm sorry, no one can make me believe that.
Yeah. So people want to update on Garage Cat.
Yeah. An update. Weeks ago, we talked about your mother-in-law had a cat that she had to
on the Friday.
Well,
free
maybe
show.
you should just explain it. Didn't she get scratched?
Yeah. It's long story short. She she's an animal lover. She goes on walks.
Yeah.
She got scratched by a cat, and then she had to
Turn into a cat.
no, the veterinarian suggested that she trap the cat to see if it
Showed
turns.
symptoms of rabies.
Yeah. Other than
Is that
you
what
know,
cat scratch fever is? Is that what that is?
I don't know.
Like
I think
rabies?
that's something else.
Cats carry a lot of different diseases and
It's
stuff.
because they
and-
bury their poop and you get the nasty
But you
stuff
guys
that's
keep
there.
buying them and just telling everybody that they're awesome.
like pregnant women can't be near cat litter
Yeah.
and stuff is a weird
no,
thing.
cat scratch fever is actually a bacterial infection.
Yuck.
So it's different than
So-
rabies.
Anyway.
Cats are great.
So it didn't turn, didn't have rabies, but she caught it, put it in her garage, and then now it refuses to leave the garage.
Yeah. She
And
can take it to small claims court. It has to leave.
I mean, and I know what you're saying, like, you can get a cat out of a garage for sure, but
Well, you'd have to hurt it probably.
she loves the cat,
Yeah.
and
She's not that type of
So
human.
now she loves the
But
cat.
does
Well,
she
she
love
loves
the
all
cat?
animals.
Cats.
She loves all animals,
Yeah.
all cats. Like she really does care about animals very
Yeah,
much.
there's no flaw in that whatsoever. That's as genuine as it comes.
So then
I've seen it.
So the
I've seen it when
this feral cat now.
when your mother-in-law and your wife have found an animal outside and then
they'll care
and
for it.
and they'll go to action. Like they're just good people with animals. They take care of them.
Yeah, so all her animals are like birds and stuff are rescued, and all her dogs have been rescues. So anyway, then
Ever think they don't want to be rescued?
I know, yeah.
I
Some
mean,
of
this
them-
cat started out by attacking her.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
It
Even
attacks-
though she's an animal lover,
Yeah.
I don't know that this animal loves her.
No. But in her mind, and this is like the truth is like if an animal attacks you, it's most likely your fault for cornering it or whatever.
Could be an accident.
or you should stay away from feral cats because they could claw you. Because who knows? This one has, and I told this whole story in the Friday Free Show. If you want to go back, I'm not going to tell it again. But it's I think it's labeled Garage Cat. But this thing is obviously sick or has some sort of disease or tumor behind its one eye because it's got one big cancer mambo eye that's just a white cancer mambo eye.
number I.
And then will attack you out of nowhere.
Kind of like what I do with my wife. I'm like, I'm mad. I have a tumor behind my eye. So what do you want? You get mad.
So the
Misery
update
loves company.
Is it still there? And it's living its life in the garage.
Does it gets fed and everything, right?
Oh yeah, it's
Pampered.
living the life. She's gonna take care of it.
There you
But
go.
it's there. It's
and it's there for good.
I need to take a picture of it so I can show you guys what it looks like.
If
careful.
if she decided to sell her home and move,
Ah.
what would you do?
she'd somehow trap the cat. She
And
trapped
then
it
bring
one
it to
time.
the next garage and let it out. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
your
yeah,
new
yeah.
home.
No.
Yeah.
That's pretty remarkable.
Because in her mind, once she's taken responsibility for the animal,
I can see
then
that.
it's her responsibility. It's like I'm the one who decided to pet you. It's you scratched me. I had to trap you to see if you had rabies. I started taking care of you. Now you've relied on me to take care of you, so I can't.
Now we've made it. We're together.
I
now.
can't leave you out in the wild alone.
It started wild.
I know.
It'll be fine.
Now, by the way, my mom does this too. This isn't an isolated thing. My mom has a whole series of cats that she feeds.
Crazy cat ladies.
By her house, and she named them all after characters from Andy Griffith. So you've got Barney, you've got Ernest T, you've got Andy, you've got Thelma Lou, you've got Floyd the Barber. You got them all. Like the whole town of Mayberry is represented with these horrible, vile cats that my mom feeds. And I don't know if your mother-in-law feeds them like my mom does, but my mom just goes there, big bag of cat food, and Rambo knifes it open. And there you go. Have at
The
it.
cats, the raccoons, anything.
Yeah.
Bears.
Possums. And Deland. There's all animals.
Yeah. They're all out there. Bears, little bears.
Yeah. The raccoons
Coyotes.
are back a little bit. They've been.
Yes. I was waiting for. I didn't think their tour was swinging back through Castleberry.
Yeah.
The raccoons are back.
I've noticed they've been getting at my trash.
Oh,
So I go outside and there's like bread, like wrappers and stuff like littered around with like holes. Then so they've been getting at it again. So.
You would think a raccoon would open the bag, reach in, get the bread out. No, they just eat the bottom out.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're climbing on my roof again because I hear like and like a heavy big
Are
raccoon.
you sure that's just not one of the myriad of paint pill workers?
And
I go up on the roof to smoke my weed.
and every time we hear it, Crystal says, "You need to cut that tree back near the house, near the garbage, because that's how they're getting up there. They got this tree that goes all the way past
it's
my
the
roof.
tree's fault.
And no, it's that's how the raccoons that climb up the tree get
No,
on my
I'm
roof.
just saying. I probably just kill the raccoons. I wouldn't go out.
No,
and,
yeah.
I mean, I just go out there. Any mask I see, I blow its head off. mask, but everything dead.
Yeah. And so there's that.
Yeah.
And everything's fine. What do you want from me?
Give him a break.
So there's your update, guys.
Oh, my
Here's
wife
the
heard
update.
break. She called me.
Oh no!
Never
Do
heard
I
break.
have this right? That you got a vitamin blast?
Let's do a couple voicemails and
right.
get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Plug some stuff, sir, while I'm pulling these up.
If you are looking for a hookup, we have the right place for you. It's Tom and Dan Hookups on tomanddan.com. And basically what it is, it's a bunch of smaller businesses across Central Florida that offer discounts to Tom and Dan listeners or BDMs, and all the discounts are there. And we've got a bunch of different, there's plumbers on there, handymen, photographers. There are
Printing needs.
printing shops,
Original
Mechanic.
music.
Mechanics,
If you need a
Gillis.
theme song written for your show or your company, we've got a composer on there.
So, and all these companies are usually, most of them are listeners.
There's a
and
solar company on there.
BDMs. So if you call them up and ask for the hookup, it says it right there. So visit the page. And if you're a small company and wants to advertise, only $50 a month to be involved.
Super affordable. All right, jumping into voicemails now. And yes, to answer Grady's question, there was a Gomer pile. Yes, my mom did have a cat named Gomer. Absolutely. You can't leave out Gomer. Let's try this one.
Hey guys, I was listening to ACT and you were talking about, or ranting rather, about YouTube content creators. There's definitely some really good ones out there that actually do add production value and make edits for like comedic timing and adding in punchlines into the content. And it is like the ones I watch, they are playing video games, but they make it funny. But I'm sure there's other people who just like to sit there and watch a stream or just watch a video of a person playing video games. I think about it in the sense of like a podcast. You're watching two people talk, right? Similarly, you're watching someone play a video game. You're hanging out with them and watching them play the game, experiencing it through their eyes and their point of view. And some people like that. I'd rather have it short and funny, but some people like that long format from the beginning to the end, like 3 hours of just watching someone mindlessly play a game. And I just want to put a different perspective on that. Thanks.
There you go.
I know that there's a lot of, and by the way, people making tons of money doing this.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean,
extremely successful
This
folks.
is why Twitch exists, mostly gamers, and they monetize it very well.
One of the things I really love now that's infiltrated Twitch, and I'm sure it gets shut down periodically, depending on how spicy they get, but you have a lot of porn stars that now have Twitch channels, and they'll just wear, like something slightly revealing, because obviously Twitch has bylaws and things you can't break.
Yeah.
But they'll get on there, and then they'll use that as sort of a platform to push you back to their like OnlyFans
Right.
or Cam Soda and stuff like
so
that.
Like, you like this? Go see me full hardcore.
And it's awesome because it's all nerds, and you're playing video games. You get
target-rich environment.
Yeah, it really is. You go to an area where
brilliant.
Yeah, it really is very, very smart of these ladies. I haven't seen any guys do it. I throw them in there too, but I haven't seen any. Plus, I think your vast majority of your guys playing video games on Twitch are probably guys, right? There's a lot of ladies that do it, but it's a lot of guys.
Yeah. Okay. Answer me this, Daniel.
Yes.
So, because this goes along with watching people play video games, and my wife asked me this, and I was like, I don't know, and I don't know if
I watch
how it
some
works,
guys
whatever.
play,
Yeah.
but not as much. It's not my generation. It's not in my DNA. I don't think.
So Tommy and Max like watching this like a Nathan Gamer TV.
I'm
or
familiar
something
with
like
that. Yes.
And they watch him play. I think it's Minecraft.
I think
or
it's
something.
Minecraft.
You should throw on Jive Turkey and see what they think.
Yeah, I think he
What,
plays
boring
too.
old man playing submarine games.
Yeah.
No offense to Jive, he's a wonderful dude, but
It's for an older crowd, I
nah,
believe.
I don't think. I
So
think Max would wing that into the lake.
Crystal asked me, she's like, "Do you think this is bad for them in the way that they're not going to want to achieve, or they're going to get frustrated if they go to play this game and they're not as good as this kid they watched? Like, they're watching this kid play game and go through the levels, whatever, he's really good at it, and when they try, they're going to be not so good."
Well, they got to keep trying.
But but she was asking, do you think they'll just rather watch someone achieve the goals rather than them work
I think
hard
you're
to achieve the
separating
goals?
it too much from other media. Like if they're watching a cartoon or something and the character does something crazy, like they're not expecting to do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Here's where I think you just need to
Or
add a
even a
little
movie.
something in there. Like if that is going to happen, which I don't think it will.
Yeah, I don't know, and she don't know.
Here's
She's
why
like,
I don't think it'll happen. I use a lot of those. Like if I get stuck on a game and somebody's playing a game, like let's say I'm playing Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I get stuck on a level or a puzzle that I need to solve. I can find somebody that's playing the same game, kind of go to that point, fast forward to it, and kind of see how they did it. It's almost like getting a hint in a game.
Of course,
it's like this is almost too.
Yeah.
This is almost too hard for me. I have limited time to play, so that's why I do it. People have asked me, well, why would you do that? It ruins the game. Not for me, because like the games are usually immense. They're huge, so I'll just get
One little thing you get
I
caught
should
up
have
on,
known
yeah.
that, and then I move on because I have limited time doing it. So that's how I use them. The other thing is that with these type of people that are playing these games, you need to almost present them to your boys, and this is just my opinion, as these are like pros. It's no different than watching, the best basketball players play in the NBA. These guys on Twitch, a lot of them are professional level. Their skill level is right up there.
If you're watching LeBron
Now,
and you're not able to play basketball,
it's the same thing,
yeah.
right? Yeah, so like, yes, of course you're not as good. You don't do it every single day for 17 hours.
Yeah.
If you did, you might have a shot at doing this. So I kind of look at it like they're the pros.
Now,
Yeah.
That's my take.
What about this? And I just thought of this as you were talking. So, what about the whole thing? Because back when I played like Nintendo or Sega or whatever, I remember there was a game, and I think it was Beavis and Butthead. I'm virtually certain it was that
was a fun game.
me and my buddy Joe couldn't figure out how to beat it, right? And when you beat it, you got to the Guar concert. And we wanted to get there so bad, and we spent months, and there was no way like to figure it out. Like there may have been like Game Genie magazine or whatever, but
Yeah,
like,
there might have been
we were too young,
like a level guide or
Maybe,
something that you could have bought. But those are really popular now. They weren't popular back in the day.
And we did, so it was few and far between. And besides from like your friends telling you, but they couldn't show you the ending. Or there was literally no way. We heard about the you'll eventually get to the Guar concert. We were trying to beat it, and like finally after 3 months of trying, we beat it. And that thing there is like we had no way to figure it out, and for a while we'd give up and we'd go back at it, and like we finally persevered and got to the Guar concert. Right. It took us a ridiculous amount of time. I don't think my sons will ever have that, because if they get frustrated and they want to see the ending of a game, it's so easy and tempting.
You can just Google it.
Just to Google it and be like, oh, that's what it is. And then they never have to work towards that goal, because I don't think they'll have the
It really depends on how
the
much
self-control not to Google the ending of a game.
I've done both. I've Googled the ending of the game, but also the game has been so good that it's kept my attention and pulled me back in to continue playing. And then I've also Googled the ending of a game and then been like, man, this is so repetitive, and it's it's just not
Don't
holding
wanna waste my time,
A lot of the
yeah.
levels are exactly the same with the same bosses, and so you know what? I saw the ending. It's great, and I'll move on to a new
But
game.
once you're grown, you are who you are. It's fine. I'm
Right.
talking about for a kid.
Right.
Like, is this bad that my kids are going to grow up with them being able to? And as far as this goes, who knows? I mean, this is the reality. Every kid's going to be equal.
That's an interesting question.
But if they can easily find out the answer to everything on their phone and the ending to everything, and like, will they not even bother to go through the
But
effort
if you've
it
read
takes
a
to
book,
get it?
right, and then you see the movie adaptation of that book, you know the ending.
Yeah.
People, how many people went and saw Titanic? Everyone knew what happened there. You know what I'm saying? You
True.
Still follow through if you're interested in the storyline.
In a book or a movie, you're kind of being entertained by a piece of art, and then a video game, you're
Video
actually
game is full of art.
It is, but I'm just saying you're trying to get to a goal. I'm just saying, how hard will they fight to get to that goal? If they could easily,
Well, if they're invested in the storyline,
Right,
they
that's what I'm
definitely will be.
saying.
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, maybe it won't. Maybe it's no. Is there going to be some sort of detriment to being able to just get everything you want at all times?
We'll wait until games are so advanced that the ending is different for every single person playing it.
Like it changes. As,
I mean, we're on our way there now, right?
I'm sure, yeah,
I mean, like that new game that from the same makers that did Witcher 3.
Do people even? And you guys play video games. Do people even?
Cyberpunk, that's going to be sick. It's going to be so good.
The new thing is like just to go out and be in the world of the game and do whatever you want, not necessarily follow the storyline.
Like open world style.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like those type of games.
Do people still follow the storyline though?
Yeah, I did like Grand Theft Auto, or like Red Dead. Like I'll play that, and then, but there are times when sometimes like Butler and I would get on there together. Oh, you'd really bully us if you heard us talking.
I'm like, hold on, I got to change my cowboy hat. I want him to match my boots.
Stop shooting me, Daniel.
I'm sorry, I'm drunk. You'd be mad. But anyway, I would. There's some days like you have limited time. And that's why I like those games. You can load it up, get in your car, drive around, shoot some things, and then turn it off, and you didn't get invested in like a mission or something like that.
Gotcha. But people still are into the storyline and achieving the goals and beating the game.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. Like right now I'm in a franchise for Madden that it's like 2032. And I'm still the head coach, and I have to sign new players, bring them in, negotiate their contracts, train them. It's pretty fun. I like it, but I'm continuing to do it because I'm like, when does it end?
It would essentially those games they go on forever, right?
I think if they wanted to be slightly realistic, I mean, they got to have Dan Quinn die at some point, right? Or retire.
It's probably made just to go on as long as you want to play it, right?
No, I don't think so.
Like there's an ending.
I think maybe you can only go on for 30 years. So I'm just trying to get there, and once I figure out if it ends or not, then I'll stop. But if it doesn't end, I guess I'm playing this for life.
Well, then you get the new one that comes out.
It'll be coming out soon.
Change,
and I got all new players. I have to negotiate their contract. That's the fun part. Trying to lowball them.
It's all downloaded now, right? You don't get it hardware. Right?
Some people still do. I don't. I just download them. What do you do? Do you buy them or do you?
No, I never buy hard copies. I download them.
Okay, that's the new way, right?
I think so.
Most people.
I mean, and probably developers like that because you won't have that secondary market of like your GameStops where you're buying, that and then selling it back to them, and they're completely cut out of the equation as far as making any money secondary. Doesn't really help the producers at all. I mean, that's their intellectual property and something they worked on for like 5 years.
Ooh, so all like GameStop or GameStop stock you should sell. Probably because it's not going to be around forever. Right?
I would imagine
they're trying to revamp their model and go after like the board games and stuff like that. They're trying to kind of dive into that territory as well.
That's
board games are back. People like them.
They do?
Yeah, they do.
It's huge.
But you can get them on Amazon, right? Or do you want to go to the store?
I think that's why I really hold out and really pray to Black God that Tommy is like really like intellectual and really into stuff that like you're not into. Like
no, yeah, he's
like I really want him to be into board games. Like said Settlers of Catan. I'd love it if
Yeah.
he sits down. He's got the game board out. He's
Yeah.
got 1,000 pieces. He's setting them all up, and there's like a deck of like 9 decks
Yeah.
of cards with
I'll be
elves
playing
and
all this,
orcs. And,
yeah.
yeah, and I just want
Special
you.
edition die.
And then,
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna invite myself over to your house to play with Tommy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he'll love it because he'll have more and more people. Me and Andrea are over there, and I'll just take a sip of my White Claw and look you right in the eyes. I'm like, oh, you deserve every
This
second of this.
yeah, but here's the thing. With my sons, though, I have a different look.
You'll get to do the same thing when I'm watching my daughter swirl around a pole at Diamond Club.
Like, I'm mad at EJ and Juan and stuff for liking this stuff, but my sons,
Yeah,
I'm
you
never
got to
mad
go
at them.
all in. Yeah,
Yeah,
You-
yeah. I'll be
another
dressed
Captain
like,
Kid.
Yeah, I'll dress like an orc. I'll be all into it. Whatever he's into.
I love it.
Just for the fact that he'll be interested in playing with
Yep,
me.
you got to support your
Yeah, yeah.
support your kids.
Because soon it's it's gonna be slamming the door in my face, screaming, "Get out of my room!" Tommy told me that he's like, "My room, my rules," and I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
I was
what?
like-
What did you say back?
No, I was like, "This is
Oh,
my
yes,
house."
sir. Oh,
Stop, sorry.
I'm sorry, sir. Your omelet will be up soon. Oh, my
Special
God.
delivery.
You're not wearing your name tag today, you swine. That's one
God
demerit.
damn, was he 5 years old and he's saying that? That is
He-
crazy.
He's just saying. I mean, he's not saying
They
it to
say
be a
stuff
punk
like
ass.
Maisie
He's
does
just
this.
saying-
She'll point at her eyes and then point at me. She'll
Like I'm watching you?
Yeah, she'll do that and she'll go, I got my eyes on you. And I'm like, where'd you get that? Either you're watching some show that Samantha watches about murderers,
You.
or your teacher did that to you because you were doing something wrong, right?
yeah.
There's
just men
only
making it.
2 equations.
Well, I don't know.
She goes, I'm watching you. And she'll do the hands.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's just so disrespectful. I'm like, don't do that. I'll chop your hands off.
Also, Max, he reared back and punched me right in the eyeball.
Oh, well, you got bigger problems.
and it hurt a lot.
Oh, just
It
like Ric
stung me.
Flair. You laying in the back bedroom, knocked out. The
That
cops
Captain
are called.
Kid punch.
Yeah. He's a strong boy.
Yeah.
We got to
it
get
stung
out of
me.
here.
All right.
TomandDan.com for all things Tom and Dan. Guys, have a great rest of your Monday, and I guess we will see you tomorrow.